morning. So in this lecture, shafts, keys and couplings are to be discussed. Question number 1, axle may be defined as power transmitting short shaft, power transmitting long shaft, non-rotating supporting member, hollow power transmitting member. Axles are found in automobiles. Axles are non-rotating supporting member. So they are also shaft, but they are non-rotating. So option is C. Difference between shaft and axle is shafts are rotating whereas axles are stationary. Shafts carry both bending and twisting loads whereas axles are subjected to bending moment only. Axles are short stationary shafts. Both A and B. So B, answer is B. So axle shafts carry bending and twisting loads and they are subjected to bending moment only. For a circular shaft of diameter D subjected to torque T, maximum value of shear stress is, so using the formula T by J equal to tau by R. Okay, T by J, T equal to T by J equal to tau by R, J equal to 32 pi by 4 pi by 32 D power 4. Okay, tau by R equal to D by 2. So it will become pi by 16. So tau equal to 16 T by pi D cube. Answer is C. Two shafts A and B are made of same material. Diameter of shaft A is twice that of shaft B. Power transmitted by the shaft will become, so as it is pi by 4 16 T pi D cube. So it is 3 times. The diameter increases 2 times. It increases 8 times. Okay, the power transmitted by the shaft, because P equal to 2 pi ND by 60. So torque is directly proportional to the power. So it is increases by 8 times. The transmission shaft subjected to bending moments, bending loads must be designed on the basis of maximum normal stress theory, maximum shear stress theory, maximum normal stress and maximum shear stress theories, fatigue strength. So for bending loads, it is based on the maximum normal stress theory. A solid shaft can resist a bending moment of 3 kN and a twisting moment of 4 kN together. The maximum torque that can be applied is equivalent twisting moment equal to square root of m square plus t square. That is, m is bending moment square 3 square, twisting moment 4 square. So 16, 9 plus 16, 25. Root of 25 equal to 5 kN. So the maximum torque equivalent twisting moment or equivalent T torque equal to 5 kN. Option is D. A shaft is subjected to bending stresses, shear stresses, combined bending and shear stresses, all of these. If it is subjected to bending stresses, normal stress theory is used. If it is shear stresses, maximum shear stress theory is used. Combined bending and shear stresses, both the theories are used. Option D. Two shaft, one solid and the other hollow, made of same material, will have the same strength and stiffness if both are of the same length as well as weight, length as well as polar modulus, weight as well as polar modulus, length, weight as well as polar modulus. If they have the same length as well as polar modulus. Keys. A tangent key transmits force in one direction only, two direction, both A and B above, none of the above. So there are 3 types of keys: sunk keys, saddle keys and tangent keys. So this is a sunk key. So sunk key is, it is sunk inside the keyway. So it is called a sunk key. It is a saddle key, flat saddle key. It is a tangent key. Okay, tangent key transmits force in one direction only. Option A is correct. Which of the following key is under compression rather than in being shear when under load? Okay, saddle key, Barth key, Kennedy key and feather key. Barth key is the answer. In assembly of pulley, key and shaft, pulley is made the weakest, key is made the weakest, key is made the strongest. All 3 are designed to equal strength. Key is made the weakest because if fails, the key will fail, other will not be affected, pulley and shaft will not be affected. So key is made the weakest. The bolts in rigid flange coupling connecting two shafts transmitting power are subjected to shear force and bending moment, axial force, torsion and bending moment. They are subjected to shear force and bending moment. The taper on a rectangular sunk key is 1 in 16, 1 in 32, 1 in 48, 1 in 100. The rectangular sunk key has the taper of 1 in 100. The usual proportion for the width of the key is D by 8, D by 6, D by 4, D by 2. Usual proportion is D by 4. Answer C. The key will fail in which of the following manner? Both shearing and crushing, shearing, none of the above. It will fail in shearing. Key made from cylindrical disc having segmental cross section is known as feather key, zip-cut key, woodruff key, flat saddle key. Okay, it is a square key, flat key, woodruff key. Okay, having cylindrical disc having segmental cross section. It is having segmental cross section. Cylindrical key, woodruff key. Answer is C. Keyway lowers the strength of the shaft, the rigidity of the shaft, both the strength and rigidity of the shaft, the ductility of the material of the shaft. It reduces both the strength and rigidity of the shaft. Answer is C. When pulley or other mating pieces is required to slide along a shaft, a rectangular key, square key or parallel key, saddle key. A parallel key is used. Parallel sun key is used. A feather key is generally loose in shaft and tight in hub. Tight in shaft and loose in hub. Tight in both shaft and hub. Loose in both shaft and hub. It is tight in shaft and loose in hub. Which of the following keys transmits power through frictional resistance only? Square key, taper key, Kennedy key, saddle key. This keys transmits power through, saddle key transmits power through frictional resistance only. Option D is correct. Couplings. A sleeve or muff coupling is designed as thin cylinder, thick cylinder, solid shaft, hollow shaft. Okay, it is a sleeve or muff coupling. Okay, there is a driving shaft and driven shaft. A muff is placed over a muff or sleeve is placed over the two shafts, and this becomes the muff coupling, and the muff coupling will be designed as a hollow cylinder. So designed as a hollow cylinder. It is a hollow cylinder. Muff is a hollow cylinder. So it is designed as a hollow shaft. The holes in flange coupling for coupling two flanges together by bolts are reamed because it permits equal sharing of load by bolts, avoidance of stress concentration, avoidance of any injury during dismantling, less wear, tear and vibration. So bolts are the holes in flange coupling. The two flanges are held together by bolts are reamed. Okay, so in the flange coupling, this is a flange. They are connected by means of bolt. Such a type of coupling can be seen in our motors, in our house motors. So such flange couplings you can found. So they are bolted together. Okay, they are bolted together. They are reamed to reduce to equal sharing of load by bolt. Okay, so for this it has to be the holes have to be reamed. The sleeve or muff coupling is designed as hollow shaft. Then the match the following: shafts with parallel aligned coaxial shafts, misaligned coaxial shafts, shafts with parallel axis, shafts with inclined axis. Okay, shafts with aligned coaxial shafts are connected by flexible coupling P3. Okay, aligned coaxial shafts are connected by flexible coupling. Coupling. Misaligned coaxial shafts are connected by aligned coaxial shafts are connected by flange coupling. Misaligned coaxial shafts are connected by flexible coupling Q3. Then shafts with parallel axis are connected by Oldham's coupling. Shafts with inclined axis are connected by Hooke's joint or the universal joint. The type of coupling used for high torque and low speed is muff coupling, Bustophin flexible coupling, Oldham's coupling, disc coupling. High torque and low speed is Oldham's coupling. Answer is C. Diameter of the pin in a Bustophin type flexible coupling is to be increased for the purpose of higher stress due to shear, keeping the magnitude of bending moment small by reducing the unsupported length of the pin, fitting the pin in the bush, reducing the thickness of the flange. So diameter of the pin is to be increased. So it is also similar to the flange coupling, but in this case, a bush is provided, bush and pin is provided, so it is called as bush to pin flexible coupling. Okay, it is for fitting the pin in the bush. Okay, the diameter the pin is to be increased for fitting the pin in the bush. A key connecting to a flange coupling to a shaft is likely to fail in shear, tension, torsion, bending. It is likely to fail in shear. Option A is correct. Oldham coupling is used to connect two shafts which are perfectly aligned, which are not in exact alignment, which have lateral misalignment, whose axes intersect at a small angle, which have lateral misalignment. Okay, which have lateral misalignment. So they are used to connect two parallel shafts. Thank you.